Now, justice has been delivered, and this terrorist leader is no more. People around the world no longer need to fear the vicious and determined killer.
This is Al-Qaeda leader Ayman Al-Zawahiri, who has been recently killed by the United States in a special operation in Afghanistan. The world is looking at this news with a lot of interest and with caution. What makes this Al-Qaeda leader so special, so dangerous, and his killing so significant? According to the news reports, this was a highly sophisticated operation by the US and it took a lot of planning. He was killed on his balcony by a drone strike. Zawahiri was one of the world's most wanted terrorists, and his killing is not just important for the United States but also for India. According to the United States, Zawahiri was 71 years old and was the main architect behind many attacks on the United States and was deeply involved in the planning of terrorist strikes that occurred on September 11, 2001. Zawahiri assumed the leadership of Al-Qaeda after the death of Osama bin Laden and had a bounty of $25 million on his head. He and his groups were involved in many attacks, such as attacks on US embassies in Tanzania and Kenya in 1998, the bombing of the USS Cole in Yemen in 2000, and most significantly, the 9/11 attacks.
For decades, he was the mastermind behind attacks against Americans, including the bombing of the USS Cole in 2000, which killed 17 American sailors and wounded dozens more. He played a key role in the bombing of U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, killing 224 and wounding over 4,500 others. He carved a trail of murder and violence against American citizens, American service members, American diplomats, and American interests.
For many decades, he was wanted by the United States and he is finally dead. The US said that his presence in Afghanistan violated his pact with the Taliban, which had promised to not let any terrorist use its soil against the US. The Taliban, on the other hand, called it a violation of international principles. But as I said, that his killing is not just beneficial for the US but also for India. Remember the hijab controversy in Karnataka? Zawahiri had tried to incite Indian citizens against the country by releasing an over 8-minute long video. This meant that he was very focused even on very small news events in India. Indian citizens, however, have always stayed away from his provocation. The regime change in Afghanistan was deeply worrying for India as it clearly did not want the Taliban rule. Under the Taliban rule, Al-Qaeda had reportedly more freedom. In the coming years, it was very much possible that this group would have tried to expand its influence across borders and India could have been one of the major targets. Al-Qaeda has become significantly less influential in the recent years, especially because of the continuous attacks by the US and the rise of other influential groups across the region. But it is still there and it is still very dangerous. The next target for the defense agencies would be to limit the influence of Al-Qaeda as it quickly tries to rebuild after the death of Zawahiri. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, do not forget to drop in a like and subscribe to India Times.